Hi, welcome. I'm Philos. The purpose of this video is to guide you on how to answer English questions correctly in exams. So share the link with others so that they can also benefit from this. And without wasting much time, let's start. Now, they said from the options A to D, select the correct alternative. So let's take the first question. Now, question 1 says, which of the following sentences uses correct subject-verb agreement? Now, sometimes to answer questions correctly, it is good to actually fish out the ones that are totally wrong or they do not make any sense at all, so that you can have that space to easily pick out the correct one. Okay, now look at options C and D. It is wrong to say the team of player because team is a collective noun, bringing players together, okay, like multiple people, okay. So it is wrong to say the team of player, okay. So for that matter, options C and D are wrong just because of the subject, okay. So we now have between A and B to choose from. Now, let's also look at A and B. Let me take it from B. Okay. B says, the team of players are practicing every day. And A says, the team of players is practicing every day. Now, the team is a collective word now, okay. It represents a group of players. You see that? So, since it represents a group of players, it's using a singular sense over there. Are you with me? So for that matter, the best verb you can use with it for this particular one is this is. So the correct answer for question 1 is the team of players is practicing every day. Okay. So let's proceed to the next one. Question 2. The workers of the Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG, dash. Now, to answer this also, first, let's look at the subject, the workers, okay, workers. Now, workers is plural, okay, so a plural should take an auxiliary verb, have, not has. So for that matter, option B and D are totally out because a plural subject, the workers, okay, cannot take has, but it can take what? Have. So you should know that the answer will be between A and C. So B and D are totally out. So let's check A and C also. Now, when you look at this word, stroking, it is not a correct word or something. It's not a word in English, or you check it out. Okay, stroking. If you see any word or what does it mean? Okay, so it is not a correct word here. So that's what make option A also wrong. So for that matter, the correct answer to this is abstract. Okay, the workers of the Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG, have struck. So the correct answer to question 2 is C, have struck. Okay, so let's proceed to the next question. Question 3 says, which of the following sentences uses the correct verb tense? Now, look at the sentences. Now look at this. Since yesterday, it runs through each of the sentences from A to D, isn't it? Now, let's first look at the meaning of that word, since yesterday. What does it mean? When I say since yesterday, it means that it's something let me say, it's an act that started from the past and still happening, like since yesterday. Okay, it started from the past, that's yesterday, and it's still happening. You see that? Now, when you look at option D says, I'm studying for my exam since yesterday. Even it doesn't sound well at the first place. Okay, and apart from that, I am studying is present. I am studying for my exam since yesterday. It doesn't sound well at all. So D is totally out. Okay. Now when we look at option C says, I will be studying, meaning future. Okay, I will be studying for my exam since yesterday. How can you say I will be studying for my exam since yesterday? I will be studying, that's a future thing, something you will do, you've not started. Okay, but when you look at since yesterday is something that's talking about an act that started in the past and is still happening. So they are contradicting. You see that? So for that matter, option C is also totally wrong. Okay, then let's look at option B. Option B says, I had been studying for my exam since yesterday. Now, when you look at this, I had is a past perfect continuous tense. Okay, it is used for action that started in the past, continue to some point, and let's say ended in the past. Okay, I had been. You see that? It started in the past, continue up to some points in the past, and it stopped in that past. Okay, so meaning it's still past. You see that? But you see this word, since yesterday. Since yesterday means that something started in the past, that was yesterday, and it's still going on. Okay, so it doesn't fit what you have here. I had been studying. So the best way to say it is, I've been studying for my exam since yesterday. So for that matter, the correct answer to question 3 is A. I have been studying for my exam since yesterday. Okay. Question 4. Which of the following sentences uses proper punctuation? So, to answer this, now look at something. There are 3 major causes of cancer. You have a colon here: drinking, smoking, and overeating. B also, you have same thing, but you have a semicolon. Then here you have a comma, and here you have a full stop. Now, whenever you are talking about something and you are coming to mention multiple items, okay, the best thing, okay, the best punctuation you can use to separate the previous, let me say, the previous clause, okay, from what you're about to mention is colon, okay. I'll say you use the semicolon when it's an independent clause, okay. So for this question, there are 3 major causes of cancer. So we are expecting you to mention the causes, right? So you have to bring colon and then mention them: drinking, smoking, and overeating. So the correct answer to question 4 is A. Okay, so you use colon, not semicolon. Question 5. Which of the following sentences uses proper punctuation? I love cooking, eating, and spending time with my family. Now, you are mentioning things that you love doing, okay? But after mentioning cooking, there was no punctuation to separate it from what? Eating. So it makes it look like cooking, eating is together. You see that? Now, when you look at option B also, I love cooking, comma, eating, comma, and spending time with my family. And then C says, I love cooking, comma, eating, and spending time with my family. And D, I love cooking, semicolon. Now, you can't use semicolon in this case because cooking is a separate act that you do. Eating is also another act, and spending time with your family is also another act. So you're supposed to use comma here, okay? after cooking. So for that matter, D and A are totally wrong. Okay, option A and D are totally wrong. Now, when we look at B and C, now you see the comma that comes before the word end. Okay, we call it serial comma or Oxford comma. Okay, but when there is no comma before the word end, you can say it's a serial comma optional. Okay, or serial comma sometimes. Okay, question 6. The body of my father dash in state for 3 days. Now, look at this word, lay. Okay, now when you lay something, it means that you put the thing down. Okay, it could be in a gentle manner or in a careful manner. Okay, when you put something down in a gentle or careful manner, we say you lay the thing. Okay, so you can lay a baby down to sleep or something. You see that? Now, that is the present form of it. Okay, now for, let me say, the word lay itself. Okay, the past tense of lay, okay, is laid. This one, the A, that's the past tense, and it's also the past participle form of it. Okay, but when you look at the third option, lied, this word lied is the past tense of the verb to lie. When you deceive, when you say something that's not true. Okay, so it's a past tense of lie. Okay, now when you lie down, something like lie, to lie down, not to deceive, okay, but to lie down. The past participle of the word lie down, okay, the past participle of it is this one, lain. So when you are talking about the body of my father, you know, the body of your father cannot lay itself down or it cannot lie down on its own. Okay, if the body of your father, a dead body, can lie down on its own, maybe it would have been lain, okay, but it can't lie down on its own unless they do it, okay. So it is a body and they want to lay it down. So you are supposed to use the past of what? You are supposed to use the past tense or past participle of lay, which is this option A, laid. So the body of my father laid in state for 3 days. Okay, you can't use lied because lied is a past tense of to say something that's not true. Okay, and laid is a what? It's a past participle of the word to lie down. When you lie down, and you've done that act yourself, you see that. So you can't go for D as well. So the answer is what? Is A. Question 7. Which of the following is an example of a sentence with correct subject-verb agreement? Now, group is a collective noun, okay, and it's singular. So it should go with a singular verb, okay. Of friends is just a prepositional phrase. Now, this word, this verb are, is a plural verb, so it can go with group, okay. Now, look at this, where it's a past tense of are. So, since are can't go with group, then where also cannot go. Okay. Then when you look at option D, it says was. The group of friends was going to the movies. Meaning they've not gone to the movie yet. They are now going or something. And you are using was, which is a past tense of is. So it doesn't sound well as well. So for that matter, the correct answer to question 7 is B. The group of friends is going to the movies. Okay. Question 8. Punctuate this sentence correctly. No one is rich enough to buy yesterday. Wole Soyinka has said, but if you hustle hard, tomorrow could be yours. Now, when you look at this, option A uses open with an apostrophe and then it closes with the same thing. Now, when you look at this word here, Wole Soyinka has said. It's not part of what he said, because if you've read this quotation, this quote before, you understand what I'm talking about. It's not part of what he said. You are the one saying it that Wole Soyinka said that. Okay, and you've included that in your, let me say, quotation or your apostrophe, open and close. Okay. Now, that makes A wrong, because you can do that. Now, look at B. Something that you are quoting, okay, that someone has said. No one is rich enough to buy yesterday. You didn't bring any quotation or apostrophe. But here you were able to bring an apostrophe for the person's name has said. And you didn't even close it here as well. So that's another thing that makes B totally wrong. Okay. Now let's look at option C. No one is rich enough to buy yesterday. You didn't quote, there's no apostrophe as well. Okay. But you brought that, let me say, but if you hustle hard, tomorrow could be yours. It looks like you are trying to say, this is the only thing he said, but if you hustle hard, tomorrow could be yours. That's how it looks. So C is also wrong. But when you look at option D brought apostrophe. No one is rich enough to buy yesterday. You close it. Then you say, Wole Soyinka has said, comma. So for this one, you didn't bring the apostrophe. It means that this part, you are the one saying is that Wole Soyinka has said. You see that? But for this part, you brought the apostrophe again because it is part of what he said. So that's one way you can actually keep something like this. That's one of the rules. So the correct answer to question 8 is D. The girl is dash her hair a horrible red color. So we have to choose the correct one from A to D. Now, when you look at option D, D says died. Died is a past tense of the verb to die. Okay, like to die. Okay. Now, when you look at, though died is also a past participle of die. Okay. And when you look at this one, dying is like the thing is approaching death. Okay, it's dying. You see that? And option C also, some people spell option A wrongly. Okay, and they spell it as C because die to die, D-I-E. So they want to put it in a present continuous tense or something. So they just bring ing, whereas it should be as A. Okay, but your hair, okay, your hair, the one on your head, what do you do to it? Do you dye it, like as in to die, to death, something that way? No, you apply a dye. Okay, you apply something to it. Okay, so the correct word here should be option B. The girl is dyeing her hair a horrible red color. Okay, so it can be A, C, or D. So the correct answer to this is B. Question 10. Now look at option D. It says the group of students are divided in their opinions. Now, option D is wrong because of this part, their opinions. Okay. Then when we look at option C, the group of students is divided in their opinion. Okay, C could be correct, but let's look at B first. The group of students were divided in their opinion. Okay, this is singular, so the verb should be what? Singular as well. So where is plural? So we can't use that here. Okay, especially for examination in Ghana. Okay, then A, the group of students was divided in their opinion. So the answer is between A and C. Now, I won't go for C because though we solved similar questions to this and I went for is, okay. But here I won't go for C because look at the group of students is divided in their opinion. It sounds as if they are still divided in their opinion, like present. You see that? But they were, Okay, so the group of students was divided in their opinion, meaning it's something that happened, okay, once or something. So for that matter, I'll choose A as the answer. So the correct answer to question 10 is what? Is A. So let's proceed. 11 says, which of the following means that Edusei and AJ own the houses separately? Now, if you want to establish a fact that two persons own something separately, the best way to do that in English is to write the person's name and bring apostrophe S, okay, apostrophe S, and then you mention the other person's name, apostrophe S, before mentioning the item. Okay, so Edusei's and AJ's houses. Okay, so the correct answer to question 11 is D. I hope that's clear. Question 12. Mary dashed the race in 10 seconds. Now, to answer this correctly, look at the word run, R-U-N. Run means like it's a verb to run, okay? And then R-A-N is a past tense of run, okay? Now look at option D. Option D says have run. Option D is totally wrong because you mentioned Mary, which is a third person like singular, okay, Mary, okay? So Mary should take a singular verb, has, not have. So that's what makes option D totally wrong. Okay, it shouldn't be have, it should be Mary has. Now let's look at option C. Option C also is wrong for one reason. And what is that? I told you earlier that run, R-A-N, is a past tense of what? R-U-N. Now it is important you know that R-U-N is run, R-U-N is an irregular verb. So its past participle is still the same, R-U-N. Okay, not R-A-N. R-A-N is its past. Okay, now if you are using has, okay, if you are using has run, the has, H-A-S, should go with the past participle of the verb run. It shouldn't go with the past tense. So the past participle of the verb R-U-N is still R-U-N. So you can't say has run as in R-A-N. It should be R-U-N. So that's what makes option C also wrong. Okay. Now, when you look at this, they said the race in 10 seconds. The race in 10 seconds, meaning the thing has been done already. Because if the race has not been completed, how do you know it's 10 seconds? Meaning it's something that has been completed already. That's why you know the time. So you can't use the present tense of the verb to run. Okay, so you can't use the present. You can only use the past tense of the verb to run in this case because you are saying in 10 seconds, meaning it's something that has happened. You see that? So the correct answer to question 12 is B. Let's proceed to the next question. Question 13. Which of the following is correctly punctuated? Which of the following is correctly punctuated? Remember, I told you that when you want to list items of things that you do or something, when you introduce or when you start by with some introduction, you should bring column, then mention the items. So when you look at option A, it says, I have 3 goals. So now you want to mention those goals, right? So you have to bring a column before mentioning them: to lose weight, get fit, and eat healthy. Okay, you don't use a comma. You don't have to. This even is not well punctuated at all. Option D. You see that? So the correct answer to question 13 is A. Okay. Question 14. There were 5 dash at the independence anniversary. Now, look at option A. Option A says heads of states. There were 5 heads of states at the independence anniversary. When you say this, it sounds like you are saying these 5 heads, okay, are governing multiple states. Each of them governs multiple states. That's what you're trying to say. So for that matter, option A is wrong. Okay, because each head is coming from different states, individual one states. Okay, so you can't use A. So A is what is wrong. Now, when you look at option D also, option D says heads, then it brought apostrophe of states apostrophe. This, we don't do this. It's totally wrong. Option D is totally wrong. Okay. Then when you look at option B, it says head of states. You've already said there were 5, and then you are using head of states. You are trying to say like there's only one head governing multiple states. Okay, one head of multiple states, and you are using 5. You see that it doesn't match. Head and 5 were 5. You see that? So option B is also wrong. But when you look at option C, it says there were 5 heads of states, meaning there were 5 heads, and each of these heads, each of them are governing one state each. That's what you are trying to say. So option C is the correct answer. Okay, there were 5 heads of states at the independence anniversary. Okay. 15. Punctuate this sentence correctly. We are having students' party at my auntie's. Now, A. We are having the students' party at my auntie's. Now, look at this. Student apostrophe S. It looks like you are trying to say we are having the student is party at my auntie's. Or let me say we are having the student has party at my auntie's. It doesn't sound well. So for that matter, A is totally wrong. Okay, A is totally wrong. Then look at B. Apostrophe. We are having the students plural party as my aunties. Just like that. But what you are trying to establish is the fact that you are having a party at your auntie's place. So B doesn't match that kind of reasoning. Okay, so B is also wrong for that reason. And we don't do this apostrophe then apostrophe without establishing the sense in what you are trying to say. You see that? And not that you are quoting someone or something. And then look at C. C says, we are having a student's party at my auntie's. It also brought an apostrophe after the S. And a normal circumstance. So establish the fact that the thing is at your auntie's place, the apostrophe should come before the S. So C is also wrong, but D is correct because it says we are having the students' party at my auntie's, meaning at your auntie's place. You see that? So the correct answer to question 15 is D. Then 16. She dashed his abuse for far too long. Now, to answer question 16 correctly, look at this verb bear, B-E-R, okay? Now, bear means to endure something. When you are enduring or when you are enduring something that's hard or difficulty, we say you bear. You see that? Now, the first one, bared, okay, it's not a correct form of the verb bear, okay? They are trying to put it in a past tense, but that's not the way to put bear in past tense. So option A is a wrong, let me say a wrong word or a wrong English. Okay. Then option B. Now, in option B, look at this word, bore. Okay. B-O-R-E. The bear is a what? It's a past tense of bear. Okay. So it's important to know that that's the past tense of what? Of bear. But B-O-R-N-E is the past participle of bear. Okay, that's the past participle. And this is the past tense. This is the past participle. Okay. Now, when you look at this, for option B, when you use this one, has, okay, whenever you are using has, you can use has with a what? With a past tense. You have to use it with a past participle, okay? You have to use it with a past participle. So since ball is not a past participle form of the verb be, then B is also not the answer, okay? But when you look at option C, born, okay, is a past participle of the verb be. You see that? So she has borne his abuse for far too long. Okay, meaning it's something she has endured for so long. But it does not necessarily mean that she is still enduring it. You see that? So the correct answer to question 16 is C. Okay, you can't say she has been bearing his abuse for far too long. If you are using far too long, meaning it's something that like you are no more doing, like you are okay with. Okay, so you are putting a stop to. So you can't use a continuous form. So you have to use has borne his abuse for far too long. Okay, so the correct answer to question 16 is C. Then 17. The boss gave the promotion to him and I. Now, it's important to know the subject form of pronouns and then their object form. Okay, so when you look at for question 17, you are saying him and I. Him is object form, okay, it's an object. When it ends a sentence, you use him. So the boss gave the promotion to him, so it's correct. But can you say the boss gave the promotion to I? Can you say that? Does it sound well? No. So A is wrong. Let's look at B. The boss gave the promotion to him is correct. The boss gave the promotion to me is also correct. Now let's look at option C. The boss gave the promotion to he. Is it correct? No. That's what even make option C wrong. The boss gave the promotion to he. Is it correct? The boss gave the promotion to I. Is it correct? No. Then look at option D. The boss gave the promotion to he. Is also not correct. But the boss gave the promotion to me is correct. So since one of them is not correct, then the option D is not correct. Okay. So the correct answer to question 17 is B. Okay. The boss gave the promotion to him and me. Okay. Question 18. The professors from the College of Humanities and Social Sciences, accompanied by the Pro-VC, welcome the new Vice Chancellor. The professors from College of Humanities and Social Sciences, accompanied by the Pro-VC, welcomes the new Vice Chancellor. The professor from College of Humanities and Social Sciences, accompanied by the Pro-VC, welcome the new Vice Chancellor. And the last one, the professor from the College of Humanities and Social Sciences, accompanied by the Pro-VCs, welcomes the new Vice Chancellor. D is totally wrong. Okay, D is absolutely wrong. We only have one Pro-VC. And in fact, Pro-VCs, yeah, using welcomes. Okay, so D is totally wrong in question 18. Now, for question 18, the correct answer is A. The reason is, look at this. The professors from College of Humanities and Social Sciences, accompanied by the Pro-VC, welcome the new Vice Chancellor. The verb welcome, okay, should go with the subject, the professors. Okay, welcome should go with what? Professors. It should go with the subject professors, which is plural, and welcome is also plural form. But if you say the professors and use welcomes, it doesn't match, so it's wrong. Okay, and then here to the professor, welcome. Professor is singular and you are saying welcome. So option C is also wrong. And then The professor, singular, all right. And here you use welcomes, which is also correct. But what makes this totally wrong is the provises. So you have to be careful. So the correct answer to question 18 is A. The professors from the College of Humanities and Social Sciences, accompanied by the provisee, welcome the new Vice Chancellor. 19. Neither the students of the College of Health and Allied Sciences nor their lecturers has underestimated matters on public health. Okay, now in order not to waste time, the correct answer to question 19 is D. The reason is, look at, neither the students of the College of Health and Allied Sciences nor their lecturer underestimates matters on public health. You are using neither nor. Okay, you are using neither nor. So we should take this singular verb, underestimates. Okay, here I'm not going for option C is, look at, neither the students of the College of Health and Allied Sciences nor their lecturer have underestimated matters. This should have been singular. Okay, so option C is wrong for that matter. So the correct answer is what? Is D. 20. We have to pick the correct one here also. Now look at this. One of the lecturers who counsels the students has developed temperament model. Now look at this word, who. The who is referring to the lecturers. Okay, lecturers who counsel students. But because of this verb counsels, which is singular, this verb counsels, which is singular, doesn't go with the lecturers. Okay, so that will make A wrong. Okay, but one of them, okay, the HAS is trying to refer to one of them. So in that manner, one of them has is correct. All right. Okay, one together with has is correct. But the lecturers who counsels is wrong. So that's what makes option A wrong. Then look at option B. One of the lecturers who counsel. One of the lecturers who counsel. So in option B, this part is correct. This part of option B is correct. But let's see the other part. Lecturers who counsel. Lecturers is plural. Counsel is plural. You see that? So lecturers who counsel is correct. Then the students have. The verb here is trying to refer to one of those lecturers. You see that? And since it is one of the lecturers, which is singular, it should take a singular verb, has. Okay, so that's why I was saying that this has go with the subject, the singular subject, one of the lecturers. Just that this is the part that makes it wrong. But here, lecturers who counsel is correct, but one have is wrong. So that's what makes option B also wrong. Then let's look at option C. One of the lecturers who counsel. Okay, yeah, lecturers who counsel. Counsel is a plural and lecturers. The who is trying to refer to lecturers. Okay, one of the lecturers. So lecturers who counsel. You see that? So this part is correct. Then let's see. One of the lecturers who counsel the students has developed temperament model. So has goes with one of them, which is singular. So option C is the correct answer. Look at option D. One of the lecturers who counsels. So this one is wrong. The who, the verb that comes after the who is trying to refer to the noun that comes before the who. Okay, so lecturers who counsels is wrong. Okay, lecturers is plural and counsels is singular. So it doesn't match. You see that? So option D is also wrong for that matter. So the correct answer to question 20 is option C. Okay, so let's take a short break for now. I'll continue in 10 minutes time. Click on the notification bell below so that you can get notified when I'm about to start the second part. Thank you.